Well, it is Monday. We are at the shop. I've got lots of meetings this week. So many meetings that I really don't have an opportunity to go shopping hardly at all this week because I don't have time to travel anywhere and then get back in time. So most of this week is going to be filmed here at the shop. So you're gonna have lots of shop videos coming up. But that's okay because I have quite a few upcoming whatnot sales. I've got a phone call coming in I have to answer. All right. Well, that was Juliet's doctor following up because she's having knee issues and I actually have to get her in for x-rays. So on top of everything else, I have to go get Juliet some x-rays. So anyway, we're at the shop today. We're gonna head in. I've got whatnot sales coming up. I have to finish up some eBay photographs so I can finish my eBay listings for this week. We've got lots going on, so why not spend some time at the shop and get those things done? But all right, yeah, let's head in. Here we go. Okay, so here we are in the back room. I've got all of my cards set up for my upcoming whatnot sales. This is everything I've got for Havre de Grace. Over here, this is my Springfield sale. Slowly coming together. I know for a fact there's still more out on the table for this sale, so I have to go out and gather more things. I'm going to take this little cart out and finally get around to washing these things because I'm tired of looking at them, and that'll free up one of my small carts. Obviously, I've got one over here. I also need to start with my paperweight sale, which Ashton is going to help me on. These are all the paperweights I have in the shop, which just kind of surprised me because I'm always picking up paperweights, but I usually pick them up and sell them relatively quickly, so they don't hang around very long. So I'm looking at what I have. I know I need to have a paperweight sale, and I'm thinking I need to go out and source some more paperweights because this isn't going to be much of a sale. I knew that this had to be signed when I found it at the Restore, and it is. It's signed VMS. I sent a picture of it to Peter, and he said this is Virginia something Studios, I think. So I just thought it was pretty. I like the pink. It's got some iridescence in there as well. And then, of course, all these little guys. None of the other ones are signed, except for this. Ooh, you might remember this. This is my favorite paperweight I have ever bought. Ever. But I was selling it. We got this one in Springfield, but since it's a paperweight, I'm not selling it in the Springfield sale. I'm selling it in the paperweight sale. And it is signed. You can see the signature here. This is Olma, I believe. O-L-M-A, possibly Rachel Olma. And it's so stunning. It's faceted, it has florals on it. This is my favorite paperweight. Lundberg Studio ones I've had in the past have been really nice. Some of the Vandermark ones have been nice as well, but this is my favorite so far. This one I don't think is signed either. It's like a bell shape, but that's all I've got for paperweights, so I'm gonna have to figure something out. That sale's not till next Wednesday, but maybe I could find some paperweights between now and then. So I'm thinking of moving the paperweights over to one of the tiny carts, but let's get this out to the front of the shop and scrub this stuff down so I can get it listed. All right, so there we have it. Paperweight sale. I'm gonna scooch on over here as well. Got all my whatnot sales all lined up, mostly photographed with the exception of this sale. Ashton really hasn't I was really excited to get Ashton involved. He's really like, you ready to go do this? He's like, sure. He's just really not into it. So he's gonna come and help me do the sale, but as far as picking out paperweights and going through the paperweights, like Juliet helping with the jewelry, I don't think he's really there. I think he'd rather just sit at home and play video games. So maybe once he does the sale with me, he'll be more excited about coming over and helping me set up for the sale. So fingers crossed. That's what we're gonna do with paperweights. Anyway, I've got 2 empty carts now. Ta-da! And I think one of my goals, first of all, I found this kitty while I was going through the Havre de Grace stuff. This is also going to be a giveaway. I have 2 cat giveaways for the cat sale. You're probably wondering, you know what? Let's load up this cart with the cat sale. That's the next sale we have. I'm going to do this as a giveaway on the cat sale is what I was going to say. I think my other giveaway is right there. So I'm gonna photograph this cat, and then we'll get that loaded up on a cart so that I have every single whatnot sale on a cart, ready to go. For the most part, they're preloaded. I still have a few more to upload, a few items to upload into each of the sales except for the cat sale. But yeah, I'm almost there. So I have to show you this because I had actually photographed this for the Havre de Grace sale. And when I was researching it to try to figure out what exactly it was, you might remember I bought this at Goodwill. I found it in the cart at Goodwill. I think I paid like $4 for it. This is, well, I saw it attributed to both Northwood and Dugan, so I wasn't sure which company actually made it. There's no markings on it. Sometimes Northwood would put a small little N, but I don't see any little N at the bottom. This is called Cleopatra's Fan, is the name of this pattern. And I was really surprised to find out that it sells anywhere from $95 to $120 in green opalescent. I was like, what? So I actually pulled that from the sale, and I listed it as a buy it now on eBay. I think I already checked to see if it glows. Yeah, it doesn't glow, but apparently it's a rather rare pattern. So that's kind of cool, and it comes in various colors. So this is the green opalescent, but I think I saw it in white opalescent as well. The green just happens to be more desirable. So this ended up going up as a buy it now rather than including it in the whatnot sale. These are all buy it nows. So what I'm doing now is I'm loading this empty cart. I'm gonna pull all these out to the listed shelves. So when these items sell, Jesse or Andrew will know where they are. They're out on the, I'm not hoarding them back on these shelves, which I have a tendency to do. It's just, it's quicker to stick them on these shelves than to walk them all the way out to the shipping area. So these were actually part of Springfield. What I thought was interesting about these is they could be blown in mold, but you can actually see a mold seam on these. So they have a scavo texture. They have this applied, I guess, threading to the neck, but you can see the seam. So they're not hand blown, or if they are hand blown, they were blown into a mold. So that was kind of fascinating. But there are two little babies and a big guy, and these are buy it nows, so they are going out to the buy it now shelf. This Morgantown set is also a buy it now, so I'm going to take that out very carefully. I tested these because they have this crackle texture. What I did with these is I filled every cup with water, and I put them by the sink on top of napkins overnight, just to make sure that none of those crackles were actually cracks. So when I sell them, I can say no chips or cracks, and I can see that for certain. There's no chips or cracks. There was no leakage overnight. And to be honest, I left them for more than 24 hours because I forgot they were there. And so they sat there for a while, but there was never any water leaking from them. So I'm going to actually move this all out to my listed shelves. I'm laying them down so they don't fall over. This guy over here. All right, here we go. We're moving and grooving. So next step, I started listing stuff for eBay the other day. I don't know if I showed you guys that yet. If I didn't, I'll show you right now. But we're gonna pick up where we left off for this week as far as listing to eBay, and pull a few things off of the shelf. We don't really have a whole lot to pick up off the shelf. I listed this to eBay, and I'm just now listing. Oh, look at that. Technically, it's not listed yet. You know what, though? That's not a chip. That is, that's like extra glass. That's what that is. It's not even a chip. That's like, You've got some extra glass stuck to it, so I'm going to photograph that. That's actually going live tomorrow night, so I have time to fix that. So I think this is included in the auction. I didn't show you guys, but it's included. Also included is, it's just easier to show you this way, the head vase. I was going to list him, buy it now, but then I decided, you know what, let's list him to auction. So he is the Moorish King head vase. I've seen them in much larger sizes. I've never seen one in the small size. So usually he is a set with his queen, but I decided, I got him at Springfield. I don't recall paying very much for him, and I figured, you know what, let's list him as auction this week. And then of course these. I was also going to do these buy it now, and I decided, you know what, let's do those auction as well. So if you guys recall, there are a few condition issues on these, and I included all of those. So that's what I've got listed so far. I photographed a bunch of other stuff. I gotta update this to include that. And let's see what else we can find to list. Here are a few dishes I think I bought from Eric when I was at the flea market with Dagny. This one is Rose Medallion. It's a divided dish, decorated in Hong Kong. I should probably wipe them out. They're a little bit dirty, but they came out of his boxes. And then, what else do we have on the shelves? I might have to go look out on the floor and see what I've got. These back here, these are intended for buy it now. This would be a buy it now. I've got to get caught up on my buy it nows. Not for eBay. This is definitely a whatnot. Oh, I love it so much though. I've never felt an attachment to perfumes, but this one here I'm attached to. But I definitely need to get those up and onto either my Springfield whatnot sale or take a different route on my Paperweight sale and make it paperweights and perfumes, because both are art glass and both can be very beautifully made, such as that. Anyway, so a lot of what is left on this table for Springfield I had in my head of doing buy it nows. For instance, this piece right here, the reason I would do a buy it now on this is because it's big, it's heavy, it's clear. So a piece like this needs the right buyer that's willing to pay the shipping, that likes clear glass, and it would probably perform better as a buy it now piece. This one right here, I'm obsessed with. This is Alexandrite glass. You may have seen the video. I'm also thinking of buy it now, but I know nothing about this. It's marked Bohemia on the bottom. That's really all I know about it. But depending on the light source, it'll be blue or purple. So it's really gorgeous. I love that. Just trying to think things through here. Most of these items, like this is very large. Large. You get the idea. These, I'm tempted to keep these for Laurel. I did realize, the video, I'm like, oh, they won't break, Andrew. They're like resin, but the base to them is ceramic. So I'm really glad she didn't break them, because even though the lids are resin, the base is ceramic. So there was a potential for breakage there that I did not quite recognize. I didn't realize baby Jesus was there. I just thought that was angels. Okay. Have you seen it? Yes, you have. You have seen this. So let's include some of this. We can do this. This beautiful little vase. It was a recent Goodwill find. Monroe Saltworks might be a buy it now. Everybody was saying this looks more like a donkey. Is it? Maybe it's a dog, though. Now I'm thinking maybe it's a dog. Maybe it's not a bunny. You're right. Maybe it's not a bunny. But the more I look at it, it's got little toenails, so it's probably a dog. I thought for sure that was a bunny. We'll list him, because you guys saw that video. this. Oh, it is signed. I don't know what that means. Handmade. Have to look that up real quick and get him listed. The Resin Lady, I'm probably going to list her Buy It Now. Piggy Bank, we can list. Oh, see, I'm glad we came out here to the table. This I'll probably put in my booth. Someone had commented that they had the same one with a sticker that said Made in Thailand, which makes sense. But I believe that this is made to look like the Hager sculpture Mother and Child. It's not quite similar enough that I would say, hey, that's Hager, but it's very similar in style. So that's probably what they were getting. They were getting at. My mind right now is like booth, maybe. All right, let's eBay that. All right, my hands are full. If you could see me now, you'd be amazed. And I've only got 30 minutes until I have to be home for the kiddos. Because Andrew is metal detecting today. He won't be home in time. So I'm gonna go photograph this, and I've got to get home to the kiddos. All right, so this is what I kind of suspected, is that this would glow. And look at it glow. Isn't that amazing? It's so glowy. And then I'm like, do I keep it? Do I have another glowy glass sale on Whatnot? I feel like I should start a stockpile of glowy glass. Have another glow sale. Because that was so much fun, wasn't it? And even this should glow too. Let's see. Some of these fluorescent banks glow. Not many people realize that, but I saw one once in a blacklight display and I was like, what? Yeah. They look really cool. I mean, they don't glow, but the paint kind of gives off a cool light show. No, man, now I'm conflicted. You know what? There will be more. There will be more. So I'll sell these. And then eventually down the road when I decide, hey, I'm gonna have a glowy sale, we'll start collecting. Start collecting the glowy glass. And after all that excitement, wouldn't you know it? There was a giant chip. Oh, shoot. Oh well. I'll list it as is. You can't tell when the lid is on. Somebody might still want it for a display piece, but that stinks. That crack is kind of unavoidable. You can definitely see it. Alright, so I'm just checking over what I've got up here as far as art glass. I've got a few options. I always like to include some art glass. I love those Lily of the Valley pieces, but I'm not brave enough this time around. So we have two other art glass pieces that I would consider. Oh, you know what? Look what I just spotted. I bet your mom would love this because it matches that Cambridge compote she has. She never even spotted it back there. I'm gonna put that up front and see. She was leaving for Syracuse tomorrow to go see my grandma, so we'll go put it next to her office so she sees it when she gets back. But anyway, so we have this Gonzalez art glass sign right there, and the Coleman. Decisions. I'm kind of leaning towards the Coleman. Has a flower frog in there. I think that would probably look prettier in this box. Look at it. So pretty. Okay, I'm gonna photograph this. Oh, and I forgot. Alright, so everything is photographed for my eBay listings, which means I can get a jump start on those this evening. Fantastic, because they don't start going live until tomorrow. So that's kind of nice. So I've got like something that I've been bouncing around in my head for a while. A lot of you have been asking, when are you opening your shop? Are you ever going to open your shop? What's going on with the shop? Why do you call it a shop? Is it even a shop? It's more of a warehouse. For those of you who haven't been with the channel forever, we got possession of the shop at the beginning of 2020, and everybody knows what happened in 2020. Everything shut down. So we got the shop with the intention of opening it to the public, and then everything shut down, and we couldn't open it to the public. And then when we could open it to the public, there was like all these rules and stipulations and signage and guidelines and everything else. And it was just really scary to open a shop at that time. And so we decided not to open a shop, and instead we just went straight into eBay and online sales, and it just grew and grew and grew and grew, and now it's a warehouse, basically. So where we're at now, we don't have a parking lot. We don't have a parking lot. We have on-street parking, and we live in kind of a residential area. Like, we have our shop, but most of the place, like, around us is houses. Like, it's on-street parking for homes and stuff. So I feel like part of the reason I'm dragging my feet on getting this place cleaned up and straightened up and getting rid of stuff is because if we were to open a shop, where would people park? Because the places around us are like, the people live there and they park in front of their houses, and there's not really a whole lot of customer parking. We don't really, we have our parking lot where we park our cars, but there's like 4 parking spaces assigned to us. And obviously we'd have to have employee parking. So I've just been thinking lately that maybe I need to acquire a new space with parking lot area. So I don't know, that's just kind of been bouncing around in my head lately, and I'd like to get your feedback. Would you be more apt to shop at an antique mall with a parking lot versus on street parking? Because that's kind of what I've been thinking about lately. And I've just been trying to figure out what my plans are, because we're halfway through the year and I do want to have a shop open by the end of the year. So anyway, give me your feedback in the comments and let me know what you think. And I'm gonna get out of here now because I need to get home. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all later. So long.